Welcome back again, guys. So how is this page rendered using Laravel? Let's go ahead and review that. So I opened Laravel in my text editor. You can use whatever one you want to use. I'm using Sublime, and I'll show you right here how that page is rendered. So head over with me to your resources, views directory, and right here we have a welcome.blade.php. So let's look at that, and this is the page that we are seeing right there. Okay, this is the page. Here it is. And Laravel is an MVC framework. Okay, so model view controller, and what we are viewing right here is our first view. So the views are in charge of displaying data on the page. The model is in charge of fetching that data from the database, and controller is in charge of receiving data from the database, sending it to the views and all that. Okay, so another part that is not mentioned in this MVC structure is the router, which is most important. Okay, so the router is like the channeling. Okay, so the router is able to read that we want to visit localhost /8000, and it's going to understand that and tell the controller, okay, this is what the user wants, do it, and the controller does it. How does this apply in our application? So I'll show you where our routes are. So this is our router right here. So I'm gonna give you a broad understanding of the whole structure, but right here we have our routes, and in our web.php, this is our first route. Okay, so you see right here we have a slash, and this slash simply means the home page. So the first thing that happens is when we try to visit this page, we are visiting the slash. So our router intercepts it, understands that we want to see the slash, and it returns a view right here. Okay, so it returns a view, which is right in our views directory. So this is our router, and it intercepts the request and it returns a view. Now, this is where our router stands. So consider the router as in between the view and the controller in our applications. Okay, so requests from the clients go through the router before it reaches the controller. So here's our first route, and it's rendering a view. So how is the default page displayed? First, our router intercepts the slash right here, which means the home page, and in our web.php where we have defined our router, we have the slash. It receives that slash and it knows what to do. It returns the view called welcome right here, and this welcome is where we define our HTML and all that, and right here we decide the data we want to display. Okay, so there is the data that we are seeing on the home page. And that's how we have our first page in Laravel. If I go ahead and remove all of these links right here, and I save, and I go back and I refresh, you discover the links are gone because I edited the welcome.blade.php view. And don't worry, we're going to be going through this over and over for you to understand the workflow.